Number 12, this is a public hearing that we left open from the last meeting. We had some questions in regards to possibly moving the entrance to the project. So what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to ask, I'm going to go through the process again. I'm going to ask for comments from those who are in favor of the zone change. I'll ask for comments from those who are against the zone change.
We repeat what we said last time, or what?
No, we already have you on record, but you can talk again if you'd like.
No, I'm good. Just didn't know what's needed.
Okay. I'll close the public hearing at this time. Solicit town board comments.
Well, he got a movement on from the state on
The county.
30 on the county rather on the 30 feet. So
The entrance to the, what Vern's commenting about is
it'll move 30 feet to
the west,
towards Northern Boulevard.
To the west. So instead of coming out in front of this gentleman's house
And shining in his windows.
it will come out in a vacant lot.
Yeah.
And we had to get permission from the county to move it, which we did do. So, somebody down at the county is sympathetic to your cause. Any other comments?
Fine, right?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the zone change at 6282 Island Road.
Second.
Mr. Conway?
Yes.
Ms. Tarwacki?
Yes.
Mr. Ryback?
Yes.
Mr. Coral?
Yes.
Mr. Buzinski?
Yes. Good luck. Mr. Johnson, you picked the wrong meeting to come to.
I'm sorry, my timing wasn't the greatest. I'll try to be brief. That's okay.
John Becker holding up like this?
No, we didn't even go to the board meeting with John Becker. We just met with him individually, and he gave us his recommendations. So what I'm here about.
We need your name, we need your name, who you represent, and what you're here for.
Sure. My name is Mike Johnston. I work for Madison County Soil Water Conservation District, and I'm here regarding the Chittenango Creek log jam clearing project. And what I've given you folks is a copy of the annual report that I submitted to Supervisor Buzinski, as well as a copy of the agreement between the Soil and Water District for Madison County and the town of Sullivan, Manlius, and Cicero. And I'm just here looking to continue the agreement. And when we started the project, we had 25 log jams. There was a lot of flooding in January '96. Actually, I went to a town board meeting in '96 that was similar to the community options thing, because people were suffering flooding and everybody was in an uproar. And now that we've removed the vast majority of the log jams, there really has not been any flooding in the area. So it's been a successful project. We did meet with John Becker, and he recommended that we ask you folks to continue the same annual payment towards it, which I think is around $3,750 for your town, and we'll do it for 5 years and come back to you again. The money only goes towards the contractors and pulling the log jams. We don't even take any money for personnel or anything like that. So if we don't spend all the money, it's going to be in an account accumulating interest. So it's not a bad project.
Just so everyone knows, John Becker is the supervisor in the town of Sullivan in Madison County. We work very closely with his office. Do we have money in our budget for this, Gene? Where do we stand on that?
I didn't know about it until tonight, so I'm not sure. Are you looking for monies for this year, or is this to continue for 2009?
We were looking for money for 2008 and for the next 5. We put together an agreement for 5 years.
Maybe, you may have to work with the money you have for this year, then we'll talk about it next year.
Okay.
I mean, as far as I know, it wasn't, I mean, I can look into it,
I don't
but I
know.
I don't remember any discussion of that with the budget meetings. I mean, but we can definitely, you know, put a note in for the 2009
For the
budget
2009.
and to go forward, you know, for years going forward,
Sure.
to include this in there as a payment. I mean, I will do that for 2009. I just don't believe,
It
Steve
seems
has
to
never
me several
mentioned it.
years ago, wasn't it a $20,000 between the counties and the towns to do this on Chittenango Creek? We started it once before, several years ago.
Well, this originally started with your town and the Saltwater District in 1998. And it was,
I think, that's several years ago.
yeah, it was a result of the January 96 flood,
Okay.
so.
And
But
it
I think
does-
at that time, it was $20,000 between, that they had come up with a figure that the towns would put in to do it. But then it didn't get started, or they started just a little bit of it, and it didn't go the rest of the way.
Well, there was work in the 80s done on this with CETA people. If you remember the CETA program. And that one didn't really work out. They lost a bulldozer into the creek, and Sonny Sanders said,
We know the feeling.
yeah, okay. But this has been a pretty successful program.
Yeah, the removal of 32 log jams, I say it was pretty successful.
Yeah, it's gone fairly. It's been an example of government working.
It seems to be working too, because I just went through Rattlesnake Gulch just the other night, the water level is fairly low.
Yeah,
Which is unusual.
there hasn't, well, if you look at Chittenango Creek today, it's pretty close to bank full.
It's up there.
So, but it is conducting the water out of there. If you had the same number of log jams now that you had then, I think there would be flooding, really.
Well, that's good, you're doing a good job then. But we'll take into consideration, do whatever you can this year with what you have to work with, and next year we'll take into consideration.
I will get a meeting. Can I have one?
Sure.
Thank you.
And so, yeah,
Thank you.
I've got one last thing.
You know, if you want to take this one, I can get a copy from someone
No,
else.
that's okay, I have,
Are you sure?
yeah.
Okay.
He means he has
So-
more he can give to someone.
So basically, I should put together a new agreement
For 2009?
for 2000, starting in
All
2009.
right, put a proposal together.
Sure.
I understand.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, sorry for the holdup.
Oh, that's okay.